Craig Golden 87 here with another episode of the IRONDEN. Oh yeah. I woke up a little late today. Good though. I did it on purpose. Wanted to sleep till about 10. I can't remember the last time I've done it. It must be over a year. Even on my vacation days, I can't sleep past really 9 o'clock. But I actually was sleeping, not just staying in bed. That's another thing. I can stay in bed till 10, but actually sleeping until 10 is hard to do for me anyways, which I was able to do, so I feel great. Did some cleaning, vacuuming, ordered a bunch of my supplements. So what did I order? Let's see, I ordered some Tadka. These are mostly supplements for my liver and kidneys because, you know, I ask a lot out of them. And I gotta take good care of them. Milk thistle, I think it's called. ALA is another one of these. Bergamot extract. Don't ask me what they all do. This is all ChatGPT telling me what to do. And my coach. And I know I bought one other thing. I already had omega-3, so I didn't need to buy that. Yeah, well, bought a bunch of things, cost me over $300, and these are just over-the-counter supplements. These are nothing fancy, you know. The stuff is expensive, it adds up fast. But again, my health is very important. In a few weeks, I'll be getting some blood work done, so we're gonna set a benchmark. Right now, the goal is to get healthy, to get clean as possible, not do anything crazy, wink wink, to get my drift. And always putting my health first. Because I'm not going to win any gold medals being very unhealthy. Sure, you could stress yourself out a little bit just leading up to the show. That's probably when we're all the least healthiest. And that's mostly because we're not eating. We're not eating at all. We're losing weight. We're drying out with very little water. Only enough to function, not to be healthy, right? Function is a much lower bar than health. But now for the rest of the year and leading up to that show, it's going to be all about health until, again, the few months before the show where I really got to start cutting and doing what it takes to get into that kind of shape. You know, when you saw those photos of me with that gold medal, like that's the least healthiest point of the year. Obviously, you saw how my mood and my energy was, and the way I was speaking. I was not enthusiastic to be doing anything. Forget about going to the gym being a chore. Getting out of bed, going into the bathroom was a chore. Everything was a chore. And then even when I'm in bed, I'm not comfortable. I'm not sleeping well. So, you know, it is a big sacrifice, but as I get further and further away from it, I'm getting that feeling that I want to compete again, that I like getting into that groove again, but I needed a break, you know, I need a big break. The break's not over, you know, I'm still snacking a bit. Had some popcorn yesterday. I had a pizza, but I sacrificed 2 meals for that. So it wasn't much of a surplus. Although all that bacon I put on the pizza probably didn't help much. Probably put 10 strips. You know what I do? I buy frozen pizzas from Costco. I love the 4 with the pepperoni. And then I buy the ready crisp bacon, but I leave it in the freezer because I eat it very slowly. Probably gonna take me months to eat it all. I took out 10 strips, cut it all up, and I put it on the pizza. And it was like a mountain of pizza. It was like 3 inches off the pizza. Like it was like 5 times what you'd normally put on a pizza. But you know, that's me. I put on so much bacon that like the middle of the pizza wasn't even hot. It was just warm. Yet everything else was cooked. You know, it was very good. But like that's how much bacon I put on. I made the pizza twice as thick in the middle. Loved it though. Loved every bit of it. Put a little barbecue sauce on top of it. That's going to be going away, so I want to enjoy it while I can, you know. At the same time, I'm managing my weight. I weigh myself before I go to bed, when I wake up. I see how heavy I'm getting. I have a goal. My coach said, don't go over 227. And right now, this morning, I was 223.4. So that's good. I'm under. The coach's check-in is tomorrow, so tomorrow's weight's the one that matters. So hopefully I'm in the 223s, because I was 225 last Sunday. So if I can be 224, 223, I'd still be lighter than last week, which is what I want to do. Alrighty, let's discuss today's workout. Man, we're gonna be at the gym by the time I finish this intro. It's gonna be a leg day. Not going up in weight. Well, definitely not in the squats, but I might go up in other places. But the squats, I'm still not loving my technique. Could be better. I want to make sure that when I'm going to failure, it's failure because my quads are failing, not because my lower back is failing, which is something I struggle with. But I know I cannot get to the next level that I need to be unless I'm squatting properly. So it might take me a few months. But I'm going to be squatting 2 sets, nothing heavy, but I got to remember lean back, lean back, lean back. I want my back to be vertical, straight up and down, not bent over forward, which is what I tend to do. So I'm going to stick to the 185. Like, it's so light, 185, I almost don't need to warm up with it. I could probably just warm up with 1 plate and then go right to 185. Like, 185 is basically, is warm-up weight, but because my technique is so bad, there's no point in going up in weight, because it'll just I'll just cheat even more. That's what I like about the leg press. You can't really cheat on it as long as you're going low enough, right? But it's as long as you're going low enough, you're doing the right thing. But on a squat, you can go low and still be doing the wrong thing. It's not just about going low. Your angle has to be right. I'm in complete control of the angle. But on a hack squat or a leg press, I'm not in control of the angle. They're fixed. They're on rails. You can't really move it in any other direction. So I do like that. And there's a backrest to press against. There's no backrest. You're free motion. But that free motion is what builds those legs. So, you know, if I'm a serious bodybuilder, I can't be saying, well, I can't squat. You know, nobody can squat. You have to learn to squat. And I've never put in that time. Or I've always given up. I have tried many times, but I gave up too early. And now that I'm recording myself, which I never was before, I can see, I get feedback as soon as I start editing the video. Okay, right around rep 10, that's when I start leaning too far forward. That's why my back hurts today. You know? All right, well, basically in the parking lot. So I will see you inside very shortly. Exercise 1, set number 1. Seated hamstring curls, 230 pounds. And I really want to destroy these hamstrings right off the bat. I want to squeeze as many reps as possible. And then go until I got nothing left. All right, here we go. One. Three. 6. We'll call that 8. Good set. Set number 2, down to 200 pounds, 10 plus. Let's squeeze some of these early reps. 1. 3. 4. 5. 6. 8. A very ugly 10 reps. Shit. That burns. Every set should burn that much. Third and final set, down to 180. And since I got an ugly 10, I'll take an ugly 11 or better. Here we go. One. Three. 4. 5. 6. 11. There's solid 11. Oh God. Burns. Felt great though. Time to do some leg extensions. Set 1 leg extensions. I'm gonna go with 160 per leg, and I'll just add them up and call it 320. All right. So 320, 8 to 12. Here we go. Nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh God. Whew. It's harder than it looks, which is good. That's only half the stack. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 90 seconds begins now. Set number 2, I have it set to 130. If it's too light, I'm gonna raise it up though. I'm still gonna go individual legs. I like the way it felt. 1, 2, 3, 10. Ooh, that was good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right leg is definitely my stronger leg, but that'll give me an opportunity for this leg to catch up. Alrighty, time for some squats. Alrighty, let's cut to the chase. Squatting 185. I have to beat 16 from last week. All the way down and keep that back straight as possible. If I have to take a little pause between the last few reps, will do, but 17 is the goal. Here we go. Back straight, back straight. 1, 2, 3. 4, 7 more. 1, 2, 15. 2 more. 16. 17. 18. 19. Oh God. Oh God. 19 reps. Oh God. Let me catch my breath and I'll discuss later. Set number 2, down to 155. Let's try to go for 20. Going back to the last set, very happy with it. Back was straight by my standards. I don't have any back pain and my quads are numb. If you recall last week, I was feeling the pain even on the warm-up set because I was trying to get through it instead of embracing it. Like, I know this is gonna be a long and hard set. It's not a race to get 20 done as fast as I can so I can get to the next exercise. The goal is to break down the muscle fibers so I can grow my legs so I don't finish 3rd place again, I win the tournament. Because I'm not doing nationals until I win a regional show, period. Whew. All right, as far as that little rant is over, 155, which I got for 15 last week. Let's see what happens. I'd rather get 14 with excellent quality than hit 20 with meh. Meh is not gonna go far. It'll stroke my ego, but it won't do anything else. Ooh, my legs are buckling. That's good. I earned that. I had to work for my legs to buckle. Here we go, nice and slow. Even if I only hit 8, I can get 9 next week. Back straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 13. I'm cheating. 14. 15. 16. Okay. That was really good. That was much better. Whew. Yeah, I don't have what it takes to do hack squats yet. I think I'll do some hip adduction and then do the hack squats. So stay tuned. Alrighty then. That was a very, very good workout. Now I know I didn't get to the hack squats, but we'll get to that in a second. First things first, what did I do? Right off the bat, my control, my range of motion, everything I did, I think was pretty close to failure. I was very happy with the effort. And the main goal of these back workouts right now is to make sure my back is not sore at the end of it. Because I know I'm doing something wrong if it is. And I have zero soreness. Now that doesn't mean I'm not going to wake up with a little bit of pain. But that's... once I figure out the short-term pain issue, then I can worry about the long-term pain issue. But my back was a lot straighter. And I got 19 on that rep. So I'm still going to stick with that weight and definitely go for 20. I wanted to go for that 20, but honestly, rep 18 and 19 took everything I had out of me. And it's painful. 20 reps, I mean, that's a long set. But that'll give me something to look forward to, or something to strive for next week. Then there was no way I was going to do hack squats after that. I needed a few minutes. So I did the adduction machine, where I bring my thighs together, my knees together. Then I went back and the hack machine was taken. The hack squat machine was taken. So then I did laying hamstring curls. Went back and the hamstring machine was the hack squat machine was taken again, and I'm like, okay, it's over. Not doing it. I got a sign. But meanwhile, I'm basically walking with a limp because my legs are toast. So even if I managed to do it, it would have been really light. And they wouldn't have been the greatest sets anyways. But what I'm going to have to do is increase my cardio so that I could actually handle it. I think the more I do over time, the better I'll get. And we're still very early. I like the poses. Poses are still looking good. And yeah, really that's all there is to say about that. I'm thinking maybe for next week, just thinking about doing one set of hack squats. Because it's better than nothing. And then I could always add a second one later on if I feel like it. And by feel like it, I mean, like my legs were toast after that squat. Like, I mean, it's difficult just to walk around, you know? 20 reps, that's like insane. And you see how deep I'm going. Like, those are deep reps. No bouncing, none of that. All the tension on the muscle as much as possible. And that's how you build legs, you know? So I'm happy with that. Tomorrow will be a pose down. We'll see what my weight's at. Now, anything below 225 is acceptable. I can't go stupid today. I gotta stay in check. It's very important for me. And that'll be another week in the books. So I think I'll leave us off here. Thank you very much for watching. And until next time, peace out.